If you feel stressed in your life, it's not because life is too hard, Dot. It's because you're trying to control everything instead of creating something. There's a difference. Most people spend their lives managing problems. Dot. Very few people decide to create a life. And the moment you shift from managing to creating, everything changes. You don't wait for things to get better. You decide what better looks like. You set standards. You ask yourself, what are the things in my life that are non-negotiable? Because if everything is flexible, your life will always fall apart under pressure. But when something becomes non-negotiable, your habits change. Your identity changes. Your results change. Let me be real with you. If you always leave yourself a way out, you will take it. Dot. Every single time. The human brain is designed to avoid pain. Dot. So if there's an easy escape, you'll justify it, you'll rationalize it, and you'll go right back to where you started. That's why commitment isn't about interest. Dot. It's about elimination. When you remove the option to go back, you force yourself to grow forward. Dot. And growth is uncomfortable. Dot. But so is staying stuck. Dot. So choose your hard. If you truly want a better life, you need a reason that is stronger than your excuses, not something you kind of want. Something you need. Dot. Something that pulls you out of bed with urgency. Dot. Because when your why is strong enough, you stop negotiating with yourself. You stop saying maybe tomorrow. You start saying right now. And here's something most people don't understand. Your environment is shaping you more than your intentions ever will. If you keep doing the same things, seeing the same people, thinking the same thoughts, nothing changes. You don't discover your potential by staying comfortable. You discover it by stepping into the unknown. Dot. Put yourself in new environments. Dot. Expose yourself to higher standards. Get around people who challenge your mindset, because sometimes you don't need motivation, you need exposure. Exposure to what's possible. Now let's talk about something deeper. Your life is controlled by one invisible force. Your beliefs. Dot. Not your goals. Dot. Not your plans. Your beliefs. Because your beliefs decide what you try, what you avoid, what you think you deserve. And most people are living inside beliefs they didn't even choose. They were built from fear. Dot. From past experiences, from failure. Dot. So when an opportunity shows up, they don't say, let's try. They say, that won't work for me. Not because it's true, but because it feels familiar. Let me ask you something. How many times have you actually tried? How consistent were you? How much effort did you really give? Because saying, I tried, means nothing if you quit after a few days. Behind every belief, there is a state, a mental and emotional state, and your state controls your actions. Don't think about it. If you are in a powerful state, confident, focused, certain, you take massive action. But if you are in a weak state, fearful, doubtful, tired, you hesitate. Dot. Same person, different state. Dot. Different results. That's why success isn't just strategy. Dot. It's psychology. Dot. Every single moment of your life, you are making 3 decisions: what you focus on, what it means, and what you're going to do about it. Most people don't control these decisions. They react. They focus on problems. They give negative meaning. Dot. And they take weak actions. Then they wonder why life feels heavy. Dot. But here's the truth. You don't experience life as it is. You experience life based on what you focus on. Your brain deletes, distorts, and generalizes reality. Dot. So if you don't control your focus, you lose control of your life. And the moment you change your focus, you change your experience. Now listen carefully. Change is not about ability. Dot. It's about reasons. If your reasons are strong enough, you will find the way. If they're weak, you'll find excuses. That's why people don't lack potential. They lack compelling reasons. Find something bigger than yourself, something that matters. Because when your life is only about you, You lose energy fast, but when it's about something greater, you gain unstoppable momentum. Dot. And yes, life will challenge you. Dot. Internally. Dot. Externally. Dot. There will be doubt. There will be fear. There will be moments where you feel like quitting. That's part of the journey. But if you keep going, you don't just survive, you evolve. You become someone stronger, dot wiser, dot more resilient, dot, and one day you'll look back and realize the struggles didn't break you. They built you. They gave you a story, not something you read, something you lived, and people can feel that. Difference, dot, because real experience has weight, dot. Now, let's talk about something important. Self-esteem. Most people think self-esteem comes from praise. It doesn't. You can be told your whole life that you're amazing and still not believe it, and someone can doubt you and you use it as fuel. Self-esteem is earned. Not by talking. Not by posting, but by doing hard things that test you, things that push you beyond comfort, and especially things that have meaning, because when you do something difficult and meaningful, you respect yourself, dot, and that's where real confidence comes from, dot, not opinions, not validation, dot, but proof. Proof that you can handle more than you thought, dot. Now, here's another truth. Being hard on yourself is not always bad, dot, but destroying yourself mentally is. There's a difference between discipline and self-destruction. If you constantly compare yourself to others, you will always feel behind because you're comparing different journeys, different timelines, different lives. Instead, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. That's the only comparison that matters, dot, because growth is personal, dot, not competitive, dot. And finally, there are two types of motivation, push and pull. Push is force, dot, willpower, dot, pressure, dot, it works. But only for a while. Pull is different, dot. Pull is when something excites you so much you don't need discipline to start. You're driven, dot, obsessed, dot, alive, dot. And when you find that, you don't burn out. You build, dot. So ask yourself, what kind of life do you really want? Not what others expect, not what looks good. What feels right to you? Because an extraordinary life is not one specific path, dot. It's a life built on your terms, dot. And if you can, align your life with what you truly want while serving something greater than yourself, you won't just be successful, you'll be fulfilled. And that is the real win.